just came up here and I see this woodpecker. There it is. I suppose if I go out that way, he's probably going to fly away. There he is, up there. I know there used to be an owl that was up in one of these trees over here, like over this way. And then, you know, I'd hear it, like, at nighttime. And then, like, one day there was a bunch of what looked like chicken eggs, like, laying down on the set underneath it. And what I think happened was something tipped over the nest. And apparently some owls have eggs that look like chicken eggs. And unfortunately, it was a little too late for me to try to incubate them, because that would have been kind of cool, you know. Yeah, so I have some of my rocks out here that I can't really very well keep them inside. It's funny, I traced this one. My friend had given me, and I'm starting to wonder if that was a representation of a ground sloth, maybe. Can't say right now. I'm not even going to bother. That's kind of cool because you got an ear here. There's an eye in there, nose, a mouth. This one has different shapes on it. Ear here, nose there, eye there. It's like a kind of a cat head. But these all have stuff on them. But what I wanted to talk about was I had that's some odd things that I kind of had to just bury. So I took them back here. And my light just kind of... So I put them over here. And there's a couple things I consider human remains. They're very old. I put right here, and there's, by the suggestion of a Reiki practitioner, she told me to put some crystals around. So I did that, and I put a few other rocks. And then this one right here, you have to see this. I thought I'd just get rid of this guy too. I named him Henry, but it made no sense to me, because it was like, there's an eye here. It's like ancient taxidermy. You can see it's been stitched along here. There's what looks like a bear nose here, and there's like lips stitched on. And if you look if I was to show you very closely, you can see that. But look, like right here, like that's thread marks. I had it for a while, you know. I've shown it to a lot of people, and now sometimes you just can't hold on to everything. I have no idea what that was or how old it was. The interesting thing was, oh gosh, a strange story. I have some pictures of it when it was just a rock sitting under the ground. And about like, I guess it was like about somewhere on the top area. It was a very weird picture, and I have it on my photos somewhere of It looked like a Dutch person from the 16th century with the big, we'll just say if you look at pictures of Henry Hudson, it looked like him, only it was very phallic looking. I kid you not. And so that was kind of an ongoing joke for me. I was like, this is history, because, he vanished about these parts many years ago. Maybe this is what happened to him. And it's like the Native Americans thought that the way the Dutch people looked was funny. And, I could see like an Elizabethan collar on him. He had like the big sailor pants on. And I don't know if that was him actually, but it's interesting. But I had to bury those things that I had. One of them was a rock that I had painted. And after I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe what it was. It was a red stone, but it was like a concretion. It looked like an infant head. These are things, sometimes you just can't bring things inside. Here's a piece of slag glass. Kind of looks like, maybe a horse head. Or maybe, something going on here. Like I said, sometimes you just can't have everything. So that's let's say a bear head. Slag glass would be no older than like 300 years maybe. But think of ear and nose. Ear up here, nose over there. There's some things I just, this was like a bigger piece of red stone I had painted. It's like sometimes you just can't have everything inside, or let the paint come off of that. Sometimes you don't need to know what everything is.